Magandang gabi na naman mga kapatid. Ang ating pag-aaralan ngayon ay ang Tuesday lesson na ang pamagat From Abram to Abraham. Ang teksto po nito ay makikita sa Genesis 17 verse 4 to 5. At bago po natin pag-aralan yan mga kapatid, tayo po'y manalangin. Panginoon, Lord, bigyan mo kami ng kaalaman tungkol sa mga pag-aaral namin ngayon. Ito po aming hinihiling sa ngalan ni Jesus. Amen. So, from Abram to Abraham. In Genesis 17:4 to 5, makita natin diyan sa mga text na yan, sa mga verses na yan, na talagang part sa covenant, sa blessing ni Abram na gawin ang maging ama siya sa lahat na nanampalataya sa buong sanglibutan. So from Abram to Abraham. Kasi ang meaning ng Abram, ating mapag-aralan ngayon, sa sinabi ko na, naging ama siya sa lahat ng nanampalataya sa buong sanglibutan. Though the names of God come with spiritual and theological significance, they do not end just with God. Ancient Near-Earth were not just meaningless ways of identification as often as they are to us. To name a girl Mary, much of the difference today for ancient Semites. However, human names come from heavily laden with spiritual significance. Names of people have meaning and usually consist of a phrase or short sentence that comprise of a wish on the part of parent. For example, Daniel means my God is judge. Joel names Yahweh is God. So, because of significance attached to names would often be changed to reflect radical change in someone's life. May mga sample dito mga kapatid, like for example Genesis 32 verse 28, Genesis 41:45, Daniel 1:2, na sinasabi dyan na the importance of name, no? Then in one sense, however, it is not that hard even for modern minds to understand the significance of what a person is called. There are subtle, at times not so absolute effects. If someone is constantly called stupid or ugly, and if those are appellation used for them all the time of a lot people, sooner or later those names could have an impact on how the person views himself or herself. In the same way, by giving people certain names or changing their names, it's impossible to influence how they would view themselves and thus influence how they would act. Noon pa man mga kapatid, yung mga sa Old Testament na mga tao, ang mga pangalan nila ay may spiritual significance yan mga kapatid. So, ang nag-bear o ang naggamit ng pangalan ay kanya ring isa bubuhay mga kapatid, no? Makita natin na yung ano ng tao, yung pangalan ng tao ay mahalaga sapagkat yan ang bibigay sa kanya ng ah, isang personaheng kung sino siya sa kanyang sarili. So, with this in mind, it is not so hard to understand why God would want to change Abram to Abraham. Abram means father is exalted. God changed it to Abraham, which means father of a multitude. When you look at the covenant promise in which God said, I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of you, and kings shall come forth from you. Genesis 17 verse 6. The name change makes better sense. Perhaps it was God's way of helping Abraham trust in the covenant promise, which was being made by the 99 years old man married to an old woman who had up until the time been barren. In short, God did it to help increase Abraham's faith in God's promise to him. So kaya pala nga ginagawa yon sa Panginoon nga doon kang Abraham, kasi gusto sa Panginoong Diyos na tulungan si Abraham na mas strengthen pa ang kanyang faith doon sa Panginoon. So by changing his name, Abraham would think that he bear the much bigger responsibility in the covenant promise of God to him, because God promised that Abram became the father of all nation, the father of nation, and there are kings that come forth from Abram. So even though 99 years old na si Abram, at yung asawa niya ay 75 years old, tinupad ng Panginoon ang kanyang promise na maging isang great nation siya sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng anak na tinatawag na si Isaac, the son of promise. So yan mga kapatid ang power ng Panginoon. Kaya mahalaga ang pangalan noon sa isang tao sa kagaya ni Abraham at yung mga sumusunod pang mga henerasyon. Dahil nagdadala ito ng mga kahulugan kung ano man ang nais ng Panginoon o nais ng mga parents na mangyari sa kanilang anak. So, from Abram, he became Abraham, the father of faithful. Kasi yan ang covenant ng Panginoon doon kang Abraham. So, salamat sa inyong pakikinig mga kapatid. Ang Diyos ay magbibigay ng pagpapala sa inyong lahat.